Hey everybody, it's Tony with Big T Bariatric, and I'm back at you with another video. It is still Thursday, January 12th. I was just kind of feeling bored, not much going on, and I thought I would just upload another video tonight. I found a good one that I thought I'd react to. This one is Dr. Now gets worried about a almost 600-pound patient who suffers a medical emergency. So we're going to get right into it. Please hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't so far. If you have, please like this video. Please leave a comment. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let's get started right now.
It's only been 2 weeks since my last appointment, but I'm back at Dr. Now's early because he wants to run some tests on me. For the last couple of weeks, I haven't been feeling good, and I've had sharp stomach pains.
That's one of the worst things that can happen to you when you're in this process, because it's like any little thing can delay your surgery. And if you're trying your hardest, you're losing weight, you're going through the diet, you're exercising, and you have certain months you have to wait in order to get your surgery, the last thing you need is to get sick, something to happen, any kind of health concern that might put off your surgery.
And I haven't been able to use the restroom the whole time. So I called Dr. Now and told him, and he said he wanted me to come in to be safe. The fact that Dr. Now wanted me to come in to do tests just makes me worry it could be bad.
Yeah, that's a bad situation to be in, especially if you haven't used the bathroom in a long time. There's something about dieting that just really all of your water drains out of your system. I've talked about the keto diet before and how you just lose all kinds of water. After weight loss surgery, you lose all kinds of water, so that's why you get into a dehydrated state and you get very, very constipated. So when you're dieting, your body just does not hold on to water because you're not eating carbs. And it's really the carbs that holds water. And then when you don't have carbs, your body releases water. So you can get very constipated, especially if you're not doing well on your diet too. If you're just eating garbage all day long, you can become constipated. You got so much food in there, it gets lodged, and it's just a very difficult situation.
And I know what he said about how my heart is and how it could go out again at any moment. And I'm hoping that's not part of what's going on. But I'm in a lot of pain. So I'm just really scared and hoping that everything's going to be all right.
Yeah, I'm really going to hope that she's okay here. I don't know exactly what the issue is. I'm guessing it's some kind of bowel obstruction, considering that she has pain and she hasn't been able to go to the bathroom. So I guess we'll see what it is.
Hello.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
All right. I'm not feeling too good today, Dr. Now.
Yes, that's what has me concerned right now. When did you start not feeling well?
I haven't been feeling well a couple of days.
If you're really not feeling well during your diet and you're in a lot of pain, you should see a doctor as soon as possible, because it can be anything. It could be, especially when you're that big and you're trying to lose weight, it could be anything. And it could be signs of a heart attack. There's signs of a heart attack that you don't even realize are signs of a heart attack, and then you go in and you find out, oh, wow, there's something wrong with my heart. So especially because she just said, I hope there's nothing wrong with my heart. So she thought it could have been that. She should have gone in right away.
To be honest, I've been trying to make the best of it, but like the pains in my stomach's gotten really bad, and in my back, it's gotten really bad, like in the last about 3 days.
Especially if the pain is in your back. Like, that's one of the things that they say can be a sign of a heart attack, is pain in your back. It could be kidney stones. It could be, because that's where your kidneys are in your lower back area. And so it could be any number of things, and you do not want to be sitting and writhing in pain for so long, several days, and just putting it off, especially when you're at that size.
But like feverish, it's been happening ever since yesterday. I've been started feeling feverish, like off and on.
And where is the stomach pain? Which area?
It's all my whole bottom.
In lower part?
The lower part, and then they like.
I think, I don't know where your pancreas is. There's something near your belly button. I forgot what it was called. I think your pancreas is on the left side. But what's that one near the belly button? I totally forgot what it is. Your appendix, right? Yeah, it's something like that. Like, if that starts flaring up, that can be a life-threatening emergency. So especially if you have pain in your stomach area, maybe around your belly button, that can be life-threatening. So again, as I've said, go to the ER immediately. Don't try to be tough and play it off. You need help.
It shoots. It's like it shoots. It just hurts. All of it is swole. It's swole.
Mm.
It just hurts. It feels like my intestines are about to bust. What it feels like.
Well, if you're not feeling good and you have any issues, we need to get you to emergency room and let's check some such stuff out and make sure it's okay.
I've been there too. When I had my gallbladder out, that was a lot of the pain that I was feeling. It was the worst pain in my entire life. And I've had kidney stones. I've slipped and had part of my knee go one way and the rest of my leg go the other way. And I've had all kinds of injuries. I've never broken a bone. I've never experienced that pain, but gallbladder pain is the worst. And it was sort of kind of in this area here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but just below my chest. And oh man, it was the worst. And so I guess what happens is, you get stones in your gallbladder, and when you eat a lot of fat, and it particularly happened after I ate Chinese food once, and then another time after I had Arby's. So when I had a really bad fatty meal, and you have stones in your gallbladder where your body's trying to push bile into your stomach to break down some of that fat. And if you got a stone and it blocks the bile, then it's just like contracting and just squeezing as hard as it can, and it just cannot get bile out. And so the pain can be a level 11, and 10 is like the worst pain there is, and you just writhe and writhe and writhe, and it does kind of go away at some point, but yeah, it'll come back your next fatty meal. And so it was sort of an emergency situation that it was a few days later I ended up getting my gallbladder out.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you there. I'm very concerned about Kalisa right now because it is a very real possibility her health is about to start deteriorating rapidly and get to a point here soon that we won't be able to bring her back from.
That's another threat when you're big. I've been told before that if you ever had an emergency, um, and they needed to do surgery, let's say your kidneys started going out, or your liver started going out, or there was some major emergency that you needed surgery, they were able to do the gallbladder surgery. So I was a little smaller then, but at my absolute heaviest, somebody told me that if I needed emergency surgery, that there was nothing that they could do because of my size. Like they would not be able to get the tools down inside me. They would not be able to reach the area that needed help because I had so much fat on my body. And so it would be a situation where I would be left to die at the hospital because there was nothing that any doctor could do at my heaviest weight, regardless of what it was. If I had a heart issue, if I had, liver issue or anything, that there was nothing that the doctor would be able to do. And that's why that for years they've refused to do my knee surgery. I've been needing knee surgery for years. Now that I've lost all this weight, I don't have hardly any knee problems anymore. So that's good, but I've had some arthritis in my knees due to my weight for years. And so, my doctor has always told me there's nothing we can do about it. There's no reason to get knee surgery now and fix the problem when you're still over 670 pounds, and then you're just going to cause more knee problems because of your weight pressing down on them. So there's really no fix for you until you lose the weight. So that's the thing a lot of these fat positivity movement people don't realize is that once your body starts breaking down, there's absolutely nothing they can do to fix you until you get the weight off.
Especially with the poor condition of her heart. But my biggest concern right now is the possibility that she may have some sort of intestinal blockage that may require surgery to address to prevent it from becoming life-threatening for her.
Yeah, bowel blockages are extremely painful and they can be deadly, especially again at her size, because surgery may or may not be an option to remove it. So I'm not sure. At her size, I'm probably taller and probably bigger than she is there. So yeah, 591. I was 670 at my highest when there was nothing they could do surgery wise. So they might be able to do surgery on her, but it's extremely risky. Putting somebody under who's that big, who's that overweight, is extremely risky.
But her heart may be too weak for her to survive any sort of operation right now.
And that's the thing too. She has heart problems. So if you do get bigger and you start having high blood pressure issues and you have heart problems, um, that even puts you at a greater risk of something really bad happening.
So we need to get her to the hospital and start running tests to determine what we need as soon as possible, because we may have a very serious situation with her.
I'm getting really scared. It's just sinking in that this could be something that's serious.
Yeah, I'd be totally scared too. I'm surprised Dr. Now didn't have an ambulance take her to the hospital if it was that serious and she was in that much pain. Having her drive herself to the hospital at this point, I've had to do that too because I didn't always have a ride to the hospital, so I had to drive myself. When I had my very bad kidney stone attack, I had to go to the hospital and drive myself. So it's not a safe situation. You're in pain and you have to drive and concentrate. So I would have sent an ambulance for her, but whatever.
Because the pain is getting worse, and it's making me feel like it's my body that's starting to give out. I'm trying to turn my life around. I just need more time to do that.
Yeah, there's always this feeling in the back of your mind that you don't have enough time. Like I told you this in previous videos that I just worry sometimes that, oh, I don't have enough time. I'm losing weight. I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I've lost 100 and almost 40 pounds now at this point, and it's like, what if something happens tomorrow? It's like I'm really trying, and please, Lord, give me just some more time to get more weight off because still being at at the 530 mark, it's still like scary because you're still pretty big. Anything can happen to you even after you've lost all this weight. So you're just praying and hoping for more time to get this done. And that's what really bugs me about the fat positivity people who just sort of waste decades of their life. And I was there. I wasted almost 20 years of my life being big and overweight and deciding that I don't need to change because I'm healthy. But when you get to that point, it's like you wish for more time. You wish that you had more time to get healthy. And so when you see people wasting their life and celebrating getting big like Nikocado, avocado, it drives me crazy because it's like you don't know what you're doing to yourself. You need to change.
Because I'm making progress and getting better. But my big fear has always been my body getting to the breaking point Dr. Now said I was close to. So I'm just praying I have more time and this isn't it for me, because it just can't be.
Yeah, that's the biggest fear. And I'm just pausing right now. I have nothing to say, just pausing. I try to have this count in my head at least 10 to 15 seconds, and I pause. That seems to be the safe amount. So, all right, let's keep going.
We have to get something to eat.
We can.
Why? The hell we can. I haven't eaten all day, so I want to get something to see if it shakes things loose in me.
Seriously? You're you're in emergency mode right now. You're freaked out. You're panicked. Doctor now says get to the hospital immediately, and you're concerned about stopping and getting something to eat. I understand that you're hungry, but you have potentially a bowel blockage, and you're on your way to the hospital for Doctor Now to check that out, and you think some food's gonna shake that loose? Are you serious right now? This is ridiculous.
Let's get something from the buffet.
You're gonna go to the buffet? How do you have time to go to the buffet? Like I was thinking fast food, like, hey, hit the drive-through on your way to the hospital. Okay, grab a burger, fine. You're gonna go to a buffet? You're gonna make Doctor Now wait at the ER for you to get there? That's almost as stupid as the person that I was talking about before who had their weight loss surgery and then went to the buffet and died because their stomach couldn't handle all that food. Like, if you feel like your intestines are about to burst, do not go to the buffet. Like, why are you being that stupid? These people sometimes, they really, really know how to act stupid.
I'm more nervous now than what I was when I came in to have the test. So I just need something to calm my nerves.
Yeah, that's emotional eating right there. So, in her mind, she's reaching for something to make her feel better. She's really nervous. She's really scared. She might have something that's life threatening. And the only way she knows how to comfort herself is food. And it's a really sad situation to be in that you don't realize that you're making your situation worse when You know, it's like someone who has an addiction, and all they can think about is the short term. It's like, oh, it's going to give me pleasure. I'm in a bad place right now. I just need that short term. I need a little bit of pleasure. I need some comfort. I need that hug. Not realizing what you're doing to yourself in the long term and any long term consequences of your decision.
Here.
And I'm hoping that eating something helps resolve my issues with going to the bathroom. Maybe it's just because I'm in a lot of pain and I want it to stop. But I'm praying it's nothing serious that my body won't be able to handle.
That's why you go to the hospital and let Dr. Now take care of it. You should have asked Dr. Now if you can get something to eat. Maybe when you're at the ER, ask the nurse, ask a doctor, can I get something to eat? I haven't eaten all day. They might be able to help you out. Maybe something that would not be so overwhelming to your gut that's about to explode. You don't treat a bowel obstruction with more food. That's just stupid.
I was trying to order like a small broccoli and beef, but they only had to-go plates and they were $13 a piece. Like, that's the buffet price, I think. Yeah.
That's not too bad for a buffet price. I'm used to, the buffets around here. You'd pay $25 per person just to get in those things, but maybe they were close to closing up for the night. I don't know.
So far, it's only making the pain worse, and it's not helping me with my issues.
Then stop eating. Stop right there. It's making the pain worse. It's not helping you feel comfort. You're pulling into the emergency. Stop eating.
So I really hope Dr. Now can figure out what it is, and that it's not anything major.
You're literally sitting in the emergency room parking lot. I don't know, is that her daughter, her friend, pulling her wheelchair out for her. And she's just sitting there eating Chinese food like it's nothing. It's still hurt. It's causing the pain to get worse. It's not helping her feel comfortable, but she's still eating. I don't know what to say. It's, that's emotional eating. That's what drugs do to you. You might not realize that food addiction is the same thing as any kind of drug addiction. Food can be a drug. And so when someone is hankering for that drug, it makes them feel good, and then they need that hit. They're going to do whatever it takes to get that hit, and all logic goes out the window. We're just going to skip ahead here just a little bit. She's out of breath and had a hard time walking from her chair, like it was 3 or 4 steps, and then laying down on this bed. And probably some of that is pain, so I'm not going to give her too much grief for that, but in ordinary circumstances, I'd say that little bit of walking, you should not be that out of breath. But if you are, then you definitely are not doing well on your diet. But again, some of that is probably pain, because I know when your stomach hurts and it just tugs on you, it just wears you out big time. I just want to check and make sure real quick that the video is still on me. Okay, it's good. Let's continue.
So where is your stomach hurting?
Right there with the ball.
In here?
Yeah.
How about here?
It's all right there. All this right here hurts really bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's like real.
Yeah, the food's not helping there. Like looks like she's in a lot more pain than she was just a few moments ago.
Bad in my lower back.
Okay.
Like on this side. Dr. Now, it hurts so bad.
It's just getting worse, and there might not be anything he can do for you. Like, I don't know what to say. It's.
I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. I don't know what to say. It's. When you push right here, it hurt right there. Oh.
This hurt you? How about this side?
Yeah, that was away from the belly button, so I think it's probably a bowel obstruction more than it is the appendix or whatever that is that's around the belly button. I didn't know you could get fever from bowel obstruction, but I guess that can lead to some sort of an infection or something like that. I'm not a doctor, but I did play one on TV once. I'm kidding.
Not as bad. It's tender, but over here it hurts real bad.
All right. So you may have a bowel obstruction, scar tissue from previous surgery, adhesions can cause the obstruction.
Yeah, that's another thing to worry about too if you have weight loss surgery is you can get scar tissue that can cause a bowel obstruction. Um, Along with constipation and stuff like that, it is not nice. So you got to be careful. You got to make sure that you chew your food really well. You drink plenty of water, and you're still going to be constipated, especially the first few months. That constipation is, I did a video about it, I don't know, a month ago or so, a few weeks ago, I don't remember. And it's sort of resolving itself. It's getting better. So things do sort of get normal at some point. But yeah, if you've had a previous surgery, it can definitely cause a bowel obstruction, so that's something to consider.
You have a very hyperactive bowel sound and tenderness on that side. But the problem is that you're not going to fit in CAT scan after do CAT scan.
Yeah.
And that's the issue we have.
Yeah, that's a sort of going back to what I was saying before, where if you need emergency care, there's nothing they can do for you. You can't have an MRI. You can't get x-rays. You can't get a CAT scan. Like, maybe it's discrimination that all these machines are meant for skinnier people. No, not really. There's not too many big people. But if you do need it, if you do have an emergency, there's very little that they can do for you. I remember one time I went to a hospital. Actually, it was the same hospital when I was having kidney stones. And there's certain hospitals throughout this part of Michigan, and I went to the one in Lapeer because the one in Flint is often packed, and it's just not a safe place at night. So this was sort of the middle of the night. So I went to the Lapeer one, which is a nicer area, and so after waiting a long time, they told me we might have to send you to Flint because we don't have the machinery here to check your insides and see what's going on. So it's a scary situation when, you're so big that the hospital doesn't even have the machinery to see what's going on with you. So
we'll see if we can get some x-ray and figure out what's going on. Okay. All right, we get some tests done, okay?
Okay.
Calista definitely has some sort of issue that we need to address.
Give you some more blankets, okay?
the good thing about hospital staff is they know how to take care of you. So hopefully she does get some pain medication, does get some treatment, and gets rid of this bowel obstruction. She does say that she's really trying, but then she goes to a buffet when she's having so much pain. So on one hand, I understand food addiction, using food for comfort when you're really sad and nervous. But you also know it's going to cause an even worse situation down the line, which you often don't think about. But anyways, that's my video for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, please hit the subscribe button down below. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. If you have any requests or anything else that you would like me to react to, you can leave me a link. You can send me a message. We do have a Discord channel, so you can go to our Discord. It's in my About section on my page, and you can leave us a request there. Join and say hi. I do have a Facebook page, which the link is also in my About section, and you can leave me a message on Facebook that way. Just give me a link to something that you would like me to react to. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. Anyways, God bless you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your night.